Is this show and tell? Are we show and telling?
You cut in while I was wearing the whoops.
I don't know. I saw people doing stuff, and I wanted to be a part of the group.
Are we? Yeah.
Are we
okay.
doing things?
We're simply doing things.
Are we simply doing things?
Gooning it up. We're gooning. We're at her
Ah,
gooning.
what about a mouse that is...
I got onion dirt on my notebook.
There you go. There you go.
Onion, not onion dirt.
Onion.
Onion.
All crumbs, gang.
That sounds like Adrian. It doesn't sound like Adrian. That sounds like that sounds like an old-timey insult. That man's nothing but a patch of onion dirt.
That's
I mean, onion dirt's probably great.
Probably good for you, yeah, I can imagine.
Did you all ever watch that movie Holes by chance?
Yeah.
what everybody
Did you not
watched
read the book?
Holes.
Oh yeah. Oh, read the book. Yeah.
The book
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure it was
terrified
required reading for
I was about to
millennials.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Harry
seemed
And
to
then the
be,
movie came out.
Roni up the hill.
me. The scene with the nail polish
Yeah.
scarred me forever.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
I like
Scorny.
the part where they eat the onions.
I just thought they were silly, but then I actually realized there are people who were really like that. I was like, oh, not silly, just unique.
People who eat dirt.
Wow.
I eat
Sick.
onions.
Raw onion.
Onion.
Mm.
Oh.
You never had a good spring onion with cornbread and pinto beans?
Ooh.
Oh
That's
god.
that's a
Wow, sounds
classic
good.
right there.
I'll hold the
Fuck.
dirt though, if possible.
Dirt gives it texture.
You need the dirt. That's from God's country.
It's all God's country.
Yeehaw.
Is
Yeah,
it?
but one part is
Which God?
gaudier. The right one.
The most God.
How are y'all doing today?
Hi, everyone.
In this
So
episode,
good.
Tori does nothing because her rolls suck.
No, you're gonna. Wait, didn't you get the
Oh.
script?
Third time's the charm.
Hey, you're gonna turn it around.
You're rolling 17s and up.
There's a script?
Yeah, we sent the
Whoa.
we sent the script. We sent the
That
script out.
explains a lot.
Oh yeah.
We all got it. Did you study?
Haha.
I'm neurodivergent. We don't study. We just succeed.
Oh yeah.
Just get to the test and pass somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all in chat for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thank you even more though for being here for this. Welcome to this.
Grace, what is this?
Boy, am I glad you asked. This is a good time. How about
Great.
a recap. I'm
Let's
good at
try it.
things. Last we left off, our party had just defeated a pack of hellhounds and apprehended a strange old man who revealed himself under the effects of Quinn's charm person spell to be Brent from the aforementioned bitch name note in episode 3. After some back and forth that sort of confused the rest of the party, Brent revealed to Quinn that he was involved with a mysterious entity called the Hand. A new kingdom was coming, and only select individuals were meant to survive. He called the Moonfall Calamity the First Coming, and advised Quinn to welcome the Hand into their heart and mind. He also spoke about doorways, which spelled certain death for most, but which a chosen few had the ability to travel through. Brent also spoke briefly about meeting a contact back in Lachlan's Rest, but when it looked like he was about to be apprehended by Baldir and Celine, he bit into a poison capsule and died on the spot, went full KGB. He told Quinn, with his dying words, to find his contact by her scent of vanilla and by responding correctly to their sacred greeting, whatever that was. Meanwhile, back at the site of the Hellhound battle, Demetrius and May inspected the strange runic symbols emblazoned on the ruined tower Brent had apparently called home. However, as she began to inspect her surroundings more closely after the battle, May began to realize that something felt off. At first thinking that it was the runes that were causing her discomfort, May determined that the tower was the site of a ritual that involved several schools of magic and some very intricate and bloody components. The group inspected it for a while and debated trying to activate it and decided against it, instead heading back to Lachlan's Rest to find Brent's contact and hopefully save the town once and for all. And as the whole party departed from the site of the battle, May found her discomfort subsiding. Arriving back in Lachlan's Rest, Rocky and Quinn set out to find people who smelled like vanilla. Rocky tried the bakery, and as she searched, underwent a confusing physical transformation. And by the time she reunited with Quinn, who had had a fruitful conversation with a cat, she looked like Brent except with hot pink hair. Meanwhile, the rest of the party noticed a few people loitering around the old abandoned house on the edge of town, and one in particular that happened to smell like cheap vanilla perfume. As Quinn and Rocky returned to the rest of the group, Celine disguised herself as Brent and went into the house. After about 30 minutes, the stranger got up and took a roundabout route through the woods behind the house before joining Celine inside. She then asked Brent Celine for something harder for her pipe. And alas, Celine was not in possession of hard drugs, and the stranger nonchalantly said, "Oh well, heavy is the hand." Perhaps a regional figure of speech. Perhaps a code signal. Celine responded with, "The hand sees all," which did appear to catch the stranger's interest. She turned and scrutinized Celine a little closer, and charmed her, before turning to leave and simply blinking out of sight. So as we come back, Quinn, you have just walked up on our friend Brent Celine. We're going to put on this music instead of the other music. There we go. You have just approached Celine. She looks like Brent.
Hey there, Brent.
Stop.
How are you? You meet with anybody today?
That was a nice lady.
A nice lady. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just Jay chillin', you know?
Oh, that's okay. Would I recognize the state she's in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
Today.
Given the unpleasantness of it when you use it, you're very familiar with the charm spell. Celine looks to be charmed magically.
This would be the second time today I've seen a charmed Brent. How you doing, bud?
Indeed.
Good. It's good.
Who were you talking to that made you feel this good?
Oh, this lady, she said some stuff. She wanted drugs.
She wanted drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
And then she left.
Okay. Well, she should have asked me. I got tons of drugs. Okay, so she wanted some drugs. That's cool. Do you have any idea where she went? I know who you actually are. So I don't want to are you all there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just point in like the general direction I saw her disappear, I guess.
Yeah, she went out the hole in the bedroom.
Okay, I might have something that can help with this.
And as a note, we are pushing evening. It's now about
It's getting to be pretty late.
7 to 7:30. Not super late, but
Okay. I'm going to walk up to Celine, Brent Celine, and I'm gonna place a hand upon her shoulder, and I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. I'll
I feel like I'd just fall asleep at that point after being charmed, and then you're calming my emotions. Good night.
Overstimulated to sleepy time.
it's you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, each humanoid in a 20-foot. I'm just gonna get her in it. And then you can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When the spell ends, the suppressed effect resumed, provided that its duration is not expired in the meantime.
Sure. How long will that calm emotion spell last?
That lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. For 1 minute, Celine, you are no longer charmed.
Hey, where'd that bitch go?
Well, I'm calm, so I can't like freak out about it either. Great.
Yeah.
I think it's more like it like neutrals out.
She's gone, man. I fucked it up. I didn't say anything I was supposed to. She's just gone. I'll probably drop the disguise and just be like, I don't know. I fucked it up.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Brett didn't exactly give us a ton of good information. He literally just said use the sacred passphrase and then fucking died. So
Yeah.
I think we're all right with that. What kind of things did she say that gave you the impression she was like trying to evoke a response?
It was just the inflection that she said heavy is the hand with. It seemed very open-ended and like a response was expected.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn back to everybody. That's it. Yeah, I think she's gone.
I'm gonna
Everybody.
go kill myself now.
No, stop it. You're calm. You don't feel that.
Oh, darn.
You rejoin the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Celine's in a bit of a state. She's gonna be charmed by that lady again in about 20 seconds. So
Okay, so
Just-
it didn't go well?
I want to talk about it.
she doesn't want to talk about it. It did not go well. It seems like some passphrases were said, but were not reciprocated in the way they were supposed to be. Which, I mean, to be fair, is kind of what we expected. But we do have a face now, at least.
Sure. And we have the first half.
And we have the first half. And knowing is half the battle.
Which is
Is
what?
Is it though? Is it really?
There might be a little more to the battle.
What is the first half?
Oh, the first half is
Heavy is the
hand. Oh, the first half is heavy is the hand.
Ah!
May, you start hearing echoes.
The echoes are back.
No. Okay, and that sounds like you did all right, Celine. I wouldn't feel too down about it. I mean, shit, we got half the puzzle solved by my reckoning.
That's more than we had before.
It was a good effort, but we do have the lady's face, and we know that she smells of vanilla, and I have a new cat friend.
Okay,
I
well,
didn't explain that, did I?
I don't think so.
What was my? Hold on, I'm trying to remember what my cat friend's name was.
Did you write it down?
It was somebody's username.
Yeah.
Somebody's username.
I want
remember.
to amend it slightly because it's funny.
Okay.
It was Norcalius.
Norcal. Yeah.
I would love
yeah.
to amend that to Norcatlius.
Okay, fair
of
enough.
course.
I don't know why he would make his own name into a pun. That's not. I mean, that's not a vibe. That's not something I would do. But
Maybe it is a part of their culture.
do cats like puns?
You're the
You
one
have-
that can talk to them. Ask them.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I can only do that like a couple. Well, no, I can actually do it whenever it's a ritual. I could ask, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for our token animal character until later in the game.
Distinguished gentleman?
He, maybe. Hopefully, we run into him. I hope he comes back.
So, where does this leave us exactly?
Well, our other lead I mean, like, I can't think of a way. I mean, we try to follow that lady.
Sure.
I don't know what spell she necessarily cast.
Oh yeah, the charm resumes. Sorry. Don't interrupt. Sorry.
I don't necessarily know what spell she cast. However, that's it. I didn't know where I was going from there.
All right. Well, it sounds like we need to kind of regroup and reassess. I mean, we got the tunnel underneath with Mister Big DG, I believe. So we can check that out, right? That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. There is also something east of the tower. What
Are
was
you
making...
okay to go back? You seem to have a mighty fine fit when we were getting near that tower.
Yes, sorry. I apologize for. I think I lost my head a little bit there, but it would be good to know what it is, what is causing it.
You think you can handle that? Is that going to mess you up too much?
Well, I think with, not to pin you all down, but with your help, maybe we could find whatever it is, and if it's something we could stop or use, if it is related to the hand or these gates or Brent or anything, we could glean information.
My only concern is I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty well tapped from the fight and everything from earlier today, and it's getting to be pretty late. Do you guys want to stay the night and check out the tower tomorrow or the tunnel tomorrow?
If y'all need rest, that's fine by me. We can
get pop
pull
in
up somewhere.
Grab some supper and relax. And
Well, dear, what do you think about this old mess?
I think many things. But
Well, that's
mostly,
not ominous.
but mostly I'm hungry.
Yes. We didn't really stop for food or anything all day today. So that could be good. But, if we go back to the tower and check out what is east of there tomorrow, then we could follow Fallon north to, Moralbach.
yeah,
It-
Sounds good to me.
we're assuming that's where they're headed.
Or in the meantime, tonight and tomorrow, we could also see if DG returns. I would still like to check out the tower and just, sate my curiosity on what could make me feel like that, but...
Well, okay, then if that's the case, let's go back to the tavern, see if DG resurfaces.
Sure.
If he does, I'll have a conversation with him, see what's going on. I will have to reward him handsomely, so I hope you guys are cool with that.
What's
Yeah.
handsomely for a rat?
A lot of cheese, probably. Do rats eat cheese? Right, that's their thing.
I
Or
think
is
I'm
that
pretty
one
sure
of
they
them
eat everything.
stereotypes?
whatever they can get, I think.
Yeah, I think they're just
Mm.
garbage guts. Yeah. All right.
Did you just say garbage gods?
Garbage guts.
Well, now that you said it, I'm kind of into that.
That's my
Rats
new
are
band
the
name.
gods of
Little
garbage.
garbage
New
gods.
band name, Garbage Gods.
Garbage gods.
Well, we should call our company that. That's good.
Let's say, right? I'm here for that energy.
Do we have a company?
Shit.
We've been together a day.
One
Whatever
day.
the hell we're calling ourselves, this motley crew.
Gods of garbage.
I like
Guys,
garbage.
I kind of like it, By the way,
In a
Rocky has
demeaning sort of
stolen
way,
bread
it does.
from the bread shop that I was in, so I'm already eating.
Yes, we
But
should
I'm
not.
trying not to look suspicious because I don't want to share.
We should not be making any decisions on an empty stomach. That is,
Right.
that is the Bear Willow motto.
Very
I'm-
wise.
It's on the family crest.
Very important.
Get some
Always
beer.
feed.
Put on a show. Make some money. And then head out in the morning. That was my plan for the evening.
Well, is there another tavern in town besides Menda's?
There is not. There are other places to get food and stuff, but there's no other place that
Has like lodging.
You go sit down, maybe sleep. But I mean, Quinn and Rocky would have, easily enough walking down the street. There's lots of people with carts, and by this time people are starting to pack up a little bit, but there's plenty of options for food. There's just not really anywhere to spend the night unless you know someone or want to ask.
Okay. I guess we could stay at Minda's place. It seems kind of you know.
Are you gonna be okay with that?
I mean, I would rather stay there than in the woods, but
Okay.
it's kind of a heavy place to be.
We could always save costs, though. Now that we all know each other, maybe we should just bunk up in a couple of rooms.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, so
Okay.
it's more about the emotional weight than financial. So
I mean, if you prefer dealing with it on your own, then that's fine. Like we'll absolutely give you the space that you want, but we're here if you want to talk about it, or if you just need somebody to lean on. I know that's not really your thing either.
I want you to know I understand. I once crushed someone in a bunk bed. So fuck. I couldn't even get that out.
can't even get through his own bit.
Do it.
I once crushed someone in a bunk bed. I lost it. I just lost it.
Is that another story about your wife?
No, she did the crushing.
I'm sorry I asked.
Oh, jeez.
It sounds like my kind of woman.
She was a lot of people's kind of woman, and I was very lucky to be her husband.
You don't have to say was.
I don't think I'll ever see her again. I'm in another dimension.
I mean, in the infinite reality that is existence, I imagine there are people who have been farther than home than you.
I don't know what that means, but it gives me some hope.
Well, even beyond that, maybe she also fell through. Maybe she's here somewhere.
True.
That is a possibility. When you say infinite, and I truly believe then that could be a thing that happens. I am renewed, and I hope that I can find her here.
Man,
Me
I
too.
play guitar so good it does magic. Like anything can happen.
I appreciate you keeping me from being negative. I have lately seen the broken bond of that man and wife, the failing relationship, and then he comes back to find her dead. It makes me think of all the things I wish I had said, under the belief that I won't get the chance staying here forever.
There's always a chance, just like Quinn said. Plus, I mean, from my perspective, honestly, for the first couple of months that I can remember, because I don't have a lot of memories these days, I was certain we were all collaboratively group hallucinating. Magic was like, oh, cool, this is the most lucid dream I've ever had. And then it just kept going. And here we are.
So you
Here
think this,
we are.
so you're under the impression this is like a dream.
I've not had a dream last this long, but we all know how weird timey-wimey can get, a little warpy while you're dreaming. So it could be. I haven't ruled it out yet.
I hope this is a dream. That we might wake up to a better morning.
I mean, probably not, but
But like Quinn said, the infinite possibility. We could all be asleep right now, crushed in bunk beds.
I don't know if Minda's has bunk beds, but if they do, I suddenly have the urge to sleep in a bunk bed.
does Mendes have bunk beds?
You have not been in a room with bunk beds,
Okay.
but it's worth an ask.
That's fair.
New
None of your
management,
rooms
all.
have had bunk beds so far.
It's under new management now. There could be anything.
Oh
So much
no!
room for activities.
Well, dear, just to say you made it here, so you could always make it back. You're both alive, so nothing is done.
You gotta hold on to that hope that you're gonna find her again.
I am grateful for your wisdom and compassion, my friends. I am not usually this low, but I am now thinking I'm here for a reason. And with that bolstering me forward in this adventure that we share, I will trust in destiny and hope that I can contribute to whatever hopes that you have in your own selves.
All right. Well, it's hard to fall asleep on an empty stomach, so let's go get some food and
Rocky burps extremely loudly after finishing off an entire French loaf.
Were
I
you
feel like May was just like right there, and it's just like,
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Sure, you all start walking your way down the main street. There is pretty much access to whatever you could want. There's one stall that's doing like hand pies with various fillings, some of them sweet. There's one doing like skewered meats. One person with other like baked goods is in the process of packing up but isn't really packed up yet. For dinner for all of you, that'll be like 5 silver pieces each.
easily done.
Fun.
Just pick up. May would just pick up like some baked goods.
Nice. Lots of strawberry right now.
Yeah, I'm into it. We'll take the sweets. It's been a rough day.
Demetrius would buy the meal and then split it with Iris.
Sure. The woman behind the stall kind of like hands it to you like,
Don't worry, she's house trained.
great. Yeah, as darkness falls, what would you all like to do for shelter this evening? Would you like to try Minda's place or try something else? Or sleep under the stars?
I
think Minda's place.
Sure. You would notice as well, as you're kind of walking, there are a larger number of people than usual kind of setting up tents nearby. Not outside the town, but just kind of in the spaces like between houses and such. And while there is a lot of like talking and laughing and general like noise among a lot of like the tourists and visitors, you see like the baker that Rocky had met kind of standing outside the shop just smoking quietly, and other people just like in their homes shuffling through the streets. It looks like a sad day for the people here. And as you get up to the tavern and try the door, it is locked. And a few seconds pass and you hear actually like latches kind of unworking and the door cracks open. We're closed. As Rob's face kind of peeks out.
Okay.
Oh.
This was husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wheel the gun. Just pull the gun around and says, "No, you're not."
Didn't realize it was you all. Come on in. He doesn't laugh that I laugh. He stands aside.
She's finally dead, that bitch.
This
Green's
bitch.
awkwardness just couldn't hold it back.
We're celebrating a new free man. No. At the familiar sight of the bad end of Demetrius's gun, he stands aside and opens the door the rest of the way and lets you in, kind of peeking behind you as you enter.
To be clear, we fully intend to pay for rooms and everything. We're not looking for we're not looking to take advantage of the situation.
Well, I appreciate that. How much she fucking... he pats himself for his pockets and then walks behind the bar. The whole place is dark.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put 10 gold on the bar.
I put my hand on top of the 10 gold though before Rob can, and
His
I
back is
asked,
still turned. He's looking in Minda's records.
okay, well I have my hand on it just like to hide it and make sure he hasn't seen yet that we're offering that much gold. And I asked, what happened to our hot bartender friend?
Nikita.
Nikita, wasn't she the inheritance of this place?
I was about to ask which one. She's at home. She took the day off. I think she's more than earned it. I've mostly been here cleaning up and arranging things.
It is still same day, isn't it? Is it the end? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He turns back. He's got like the dark bag. Let's see. 1 gold per room, please.
When I lift my hand up. How much did you put down, Quinn?
10 gold. I imagine we'll probably get a couple drinks as well, if that's okay with you.
If you can pour them, you can have them.
Okay.
That is a dangerous statement.
And 10 gold, 10 gold, and we will stay out of your hair.
Fair enough. Holler if you... Oh, shit. He kind of goes back and, like, fumbles with, like, some keys and dumps, like, 23 keys on the thing. So, let's see here.
Do any of these have bunk beds?
I think one of them does. It's one of the kids' rooms.
Ibs.
While they're talking about that, May is just trying to like finger through the key pile and find her room.
He's looking. He's got. It's a mess up here. He's got like a mess of papers sprawled out on every surface behind the bar. Clearly is not prepared to run a business like this, and is kind of consulting like which key for which room. He takes his sweet time, kind of picking out 6 rooms.
If we're doing bunk beds, I think that's gonna be 1 room.
5.
For all 6 of us?
And
How
then
many bunks are in that room?
I have a room. Sorry.
May's got a room. Demetrius, are you bunking up?
I was asleep with you all, and we've been sharing, campsite in the evenings. We've been traveling for the past few days. I'm good wherever. You know I ain't picky.
I mean, if you want your own room, you got it.
Hey, if we got our own room, hells, I might as well take the opportunity.
Okay. Celine, you bunking up?
I'll bunk with you.
Cool.
All right.
I guess I'll take my own room too. Everyone's alone.
No, we're all
Except for Quinn
bunking
and
up.
Celine. Queen and Celine.
Just to confirm, did Baldur getting the bunk bed room to himself?
Yeah.
No, I am sleeping in a bunk bed.
Celine's just joining you.
Yeah.
How
Are
many
you?
beds? How many bunk beds are in this room?
In that room, he clarified. Well, it looks like there's 1 full and 1 bunk, 1 bunk, 2 beds, and then 1 full-size bed in there.
We've been talking about bunk beds all day. I'm sleeping in a bunk bed tonight.
You want top? Do you want top or bottom?
Top bunk. I always top. Always on top. I top.
It is
No, you don't.
probably right. If I were on top,
No, you don't.
if I were on top, you might be crushed. You know, the bed might break.
Don't worry, I'm very light.
Are we still talking about sleeping?
Yeah, I'm saying I won't crush it won't break under me. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Yes.
Rocky
I will-
pours herself a drink.
Yeah.
So is it 4 beds? 4 beds now? For 4 rooms, I guess.
I guess it's
4 rooms? Yeah.
Yeah.
four
Okay,
rooms.
so
Yeah.
Celine, Quinn, and Baldur are sharing a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
All right, cool. He hands you the keys. Tries to keep them all pretty near to each other. May's room is a little bit further away, around the corner, but Here you go. Thanks for, well, there's nothing really to...
We're working on it.
Yeah, we don't really have anything for you right now.
We're talking to animals mostly.
It's been a lot of animal talking.
And killing of fire dogs.
It looks like he's about to start to, like, say something sarcastic and then looks at Iris and kind of swallows his words. Interesting. And what do these animals exactly sit? And as his eyes catch some movement on the floor, like, oh Jesus! And Quinn, you just hear,
Yes, my boy,
My boy.
my boy.
Butter help!
I immediately grab some bread out of my pack, and I jump over the bar, and I kneel down with the bread in my hand towards who I can only assume is DG himself.
the big man, the big boss. He does a little spin.
Big DG energy.
He begins to nibble out of your hand, having returned from his trip, seemingly.
As I give him the food, I am going to, as a ritual, begin casting Speak with Animals.
Ooh!
Hey,
Hello?
how are you? How did it go? Look, I feel bad, distinguished gentleman. I feel bad because I sent you on a journey I didn't know.
What
extent-
is bad?
Wasn't bad at all?
What is bad?
What is bad? Bad is not good?
Oh,
Yeah.
why bad? It was good trip. It was
trip?
good trip.
How long did it take you to get there and back?
It took
Oh,
the long dark.
yeah, long dark. I realized it as soon as I asked. Okay. Here, I pick him up and I'm gonna go over to the table. And I'm gonna set him down onto the table and put like a big pile of food in front of him.
Rob
I'm
is
gonna-
looking at you like you're absolutely insane and has backed away outside of the bar and is just kind of leaning up against a wall just watching this.
I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine and then just lean back in the chair and begin talking to distinguished gentlemen.
Distinguished.
The whole time I'm gonna be translating distinguished gentlemen for everyone else.
Alright.
So just that way we don't have to.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So we don't just
I
say
went
everything.
through long and dark. I saw big. She
Big.
looked pretty.
Big pretty?
Big, distinguished lady.
Ah.
She
Be my wife.
gave me a
No, sorry.
speech. And she said I look even more distinguished than the
Oh.
last time.
You do seem more distinguished.
Thank you.
Good little guy, man. Okay. So this is the same lady you talked to before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm,
And she's really nice to you?
so nice.
Yeah.
It
Do
is
you-
many, many bigs. Very many bigs.
Many bigs? Bigs?
Bigs.
Bigs.
The big ones.
Yeah. Big like me?
Bigger.
Bigger. Okay.
Only a little.
I'm pretty small. I'm not that big.
A little bigger, maybe.
Okay. Okay. And she's really would she be nice to us, do you think?
I think big lady is nice to everyone. Mostly. I hear big noises. Sometimes the big ones get a little yelly. It scares distinguished gentlemen. It is bad.
Oh. That's not good. It's not good if they scare you.
But
Yeah.
they yelly, and then it is okay.
They yell and everything's fixed. Okay.
Ask distinguished gentleman if the big lady smells like vanilla.
Do you know what vanilla smells like? You like vanilla.
Oh yes.
Vanilla is really good. So there's a bakery down the street and they do like these cookies that have vanilla in them and they're really good. They're like sweet bread.
His nose is like,
Yeah. I'll try to grab you some the next time I'm over there.
I want to go, but there is big meanie.
Yeah. I here's what I'll do. The next time, I think tomorrow morning, I'll pop over there. I'll get you some fresh, warm cookies and I'll bring them to you. Does this lady, the big lady that you run into, big distinguished lady, does she smell like vanilla?
No.
No, not like vanilla at all.
Smells like a little sweat. Kind of sweaty.
Mhm.
And maybe flowers.
Flowers?
Some flowers.
Sunflowers or some flowers?
Some flowers.
Some flowers. Okay.
A very sweet.
Very sweet. She's a sweet lady.
Sweet and salty because of the sweat.
Yeah.
You get to the other side and it's just like a walking pretzel stick in a dress.
It's just a scarecrow. Okay. Do you guys have anything for distinguished gentlemen? I think I'm out of questions.
Is he in a building when he arrives, or is he outside?
Distinguished gentleman does not see the sky.
So it's inside. I was about to write that whole
It
thing out.
is in.
It is in. Do you prefer being in?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. It's nice
There are
and warm.
no flappy ones.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Birds would be dangerous.
Flappy ones are not good. Are there any you know what a cat is?
Big meanie.
Like me. Are there any cats that give you problems?
Oh no.
There are two cats.
Two cats.
Oh boy.
Distinguished gentleman stays away. Big lady does help us.
The big lady helps you with the cats.
She stand in front of distinguished gentleman and she say no. When it look like cats are wanting to eat distinguished gentlemen.
Okay.
Whenever the people stop yelling, what are they doing?
They sit in big chairs and they take feathers from the flappy ones and they scribble.
Scribery, maybe.
Yeah, they're doing some kind of
Or they're wizards.
Many people, many big ones, they walk into they come and they talk. And they don't smell or look as distinguished. And then they go. But mostly it is yellies and many talkings.
Would it be some sort of government building
Perhaps.
or castle with accountants and scribes?
How when you say distinguished, how if you could describe who of us, and I point to the group, who of us is dressed most like them?
His eyes narrow on Baldir.
Baldir has all like the gold on and stuff like that, right?
Shiny, yes.
Shiny.
Be a garrison.
Military.
Could be military.
I might say this wrong. Is it the Mahijoros? Grace?
Mahihoros.
Horos. I was asking for a pronunciation.
Gotcha.
There is the Mahijoros Academy in Nero. It is like a military academy.
Yes, they don't know what to do with people with magic. But it was quite amusing to watch them try.
But-
Were you there?
Briefly,
When was this?
a couple months ago,
Okay.
after many other academies also not knowing what to do.
Well,
Why would a hole in Minda's basement lead to a military academy?
why would there be a hole at all?
Maybe she is a spy.
I was about to say, maybe she's just selling secrets, or she's got a secret lover out there. I mean, you never know. Like, it's
Who doesn't have a secret lover?
I don't.
Lachlan's
Not me.
Lachlan's Rest is affiliated with Nero. Why would she spy?
maybe she ain't part of either.
Well, maybe she's in on some sort of hustling ring with members of this militia who may or may not be less than upstanding and abusing their position in said academy to gain access to things for less than distinguished people.
At this point, Rob, who's been kind of leaning up against the wall, kind of speaks up. She wasn't involved in anything like that. She couldn't have been.
I don't believe so either.
She didn't know about it. At least that's what
The
she told
hole
me.
in the basement?
She didn't know about it until but a few years ago. Something like oh man, time fucking flies. It must have been about 5 years ago.
I mean, 5 years is still a long time to know about it. Did you guys inherit this place?
Yeah. It was standing here. It was originally a little fucking history lesson here. Lachlan's Rest was called so because this great fucking dude, Lachlan Comet Walker, whatever his title was, wanted to put up some sort of outpost. This was his place. Biggest house in the place, biggest house in the town. And he kicked it. And people didn't really know what to do. It hadn't ever really taken off as any sort of city or anything, so became the place where people brought the booze, and then I bought it.
Well,
So you
then-
said Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So you said that you found the hole, you and Minda found it 5 years ago, and did you, out of all those 5 years, never once see where the hole went?
We never really thought too much about it. I mean, we were busy. I was busy. She was working here. We kind of just patched it back up best as we could. There had been like a giant rock over it, basically. A slab.
Well, according to Minda's diary 2 weeks ago, Nikita almost fell in, so it's been uncovered for a while.
I guess so. I've not been too plugged in.
Do I get the sense he's being on the level with us?
Yeah,
Is
make
he-
an insight check.
Okay. 16.
He seems pretty on the level.
I love your name in the game.
Thanks.
I giggle every time I see it. I'm like, all powerful Supreme Leader.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
seems very nonchalant.
Okay.
You don't really pick up on any lying.
Okay.
It's just general disinterest and dirtbaggery, perhaps.
So I don't know if this is connected, but it might be. I might be putting pieces together that may not be totally. So this whole group that we're running into with Brent and all of them, Minda's diary mentions something about an order, and the letter that these people found was signed Blood and Land. So I think in the future, I think if we run into a situation where somebody says to us, heavy is the hand, we could try that.
It
Is
does
that-
rhyme.
Yeah. Sounds pretty reasonable. Better than the responses that I got from my attempted. They certainly didn't work.
Well, you did just walk into the baker shop and start trying to like
Smelled
chop
like
over.
vanilla.
It did smell like vanilla. That's true. I mean, the logic's definitely there. You're right.
I mean, it was a bakery though, so it not smelling like vanilla would have been probably a little bit more weird.
Yeah. So Blood and Land. Let's just remember, if anybody ever says to us something about heavy is the hand,
Blood and Land.
Blood and Land, Blood and
What
Land.
kind of fuckery are y'all bringing in here?
Well, it sounds like it was already in here. We're just trying to figure it out.
So y'all think that, well, some kind of cult was after my wife?
Well,
Or mafia, or
yeah, we don't know if it's a cult per se. It could be any number of things. These people. How I look to everyone else. How are forthcoming are we being with this right now?
What have we got to lose? It was his wife.
Yeah.
And if he talks or we find out that he let slip anything, I'll just shoot him.
He's literally the only person we've told. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this group of people who are seemingly trying to. They're doing something to make the what was the second? I was going to say second impact.
Coming.
The second coming. The first of it was the moonfall, according to them. They refer to themselves or somebody as the Hand. The Hand is the leader. I'm going back to my notes. The Hand is a leader, apparently like an angel, and they're trying to bring about a new kingdom that will bring us all into some great future. These are the people who made the Hellhounds, and these are the people who are the ones kind of causing problems, and they are connected to Valen, who was the person who killed Minda.
Probably.
Most-
Allegedly.
That's all
Allegedly.
signs are pointing to that.
That's he kind of like spits on the floor.
That's gross.
It's a little bigger.
This is your place. Take some pride in it.
Was never really mine.
It's Nikki's place.
Well, he kind of like rubs it away like with the toe of his boot.
Oh yeah, she'll give you hell.
Yeah, she will.
And we will happily help her.
Well, he
I like
kinda goes a
pointedly
little bit
at
more. Well,
I like pointedly at Demetrius's gun.
he follows your gaze and swallows hard. Well, it's a little bigger than anything I've really
That's
ever
what she
heard
said.
of. Anything I've heard of, but I mean, we're closed, but y'all are welcome to hang out here as long as you're paying for your rooms and shit. Thanks for bringing me
I'll-
up to speed.
Out of curiosity, where is Dima?
Dima. That's Minda's sister. She works as a blacksmith, last I heard, in Nero. Interesting lady. Not my cup of tea. We never.
Is she tall?
Sorry?
Is she tall? Stay taller than Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tall.
Yeah. Rob stands about like 5'6", 5'7".
So he's
She's-
short, so everyone's tall.
Yeah. Well, she's taller than me. I guess she's pretty tall, yeah. Big,
Interesting.
muscly lady. I don't know why she never. Well, we could have gotten on with some work. Could have had use for someone like her, but she had her living. Last I heard, she's still there in Nero.
It sounds like every passing moment we have more and more calls to go to Narrow.
Sure. We could always circle back if the tower has no leads. And there's always Maralbach and Fallon as well.
Very true.
But somebody should probably let her know that her sister is passed.
I ain't telling her.
Is Narrow east from here?
South.
South.
South. Okay.
The other way.
The other way.
Also notable, May and Rocky, you would know the journey to Nero on foot. It takes a little more, a little less than 24 hours. So Distinguished Gentleman has gone there and back in the span of a day.
So if they can go there and back, wait, how did they?
Just
Wouldn't it be
pointed
so
that
much? So, which means we would know that the tunnel this far must be some sort of shortcut then, if it goes to Narrow, because there's no way a rat would be able to do the same distance in the same amount of time otherwise.
May was kind of keeping those thoughts to herself.
out. Sorry.
No,
Mm.
Rocky would know as well.
I would know. Adrian wouldn't know, but Rocky would know. So,
Sorry.
I'm thinking that tonight might be a good night for some rest. And I still think we should check out the tunnel. I know, Baldir, you don't really like them close spaces, but if you just pretend that it's like being on the bottom bunk, it may not be so bad.
Is this what everyone has agreed that is the best course of action?
It seems like it's maybe best of bad situation.
And I will go, knowing it is going to help people.
All right. Do y'all? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to make sure that we are still okay to go check out the tower, what is east of there, just to see what it is.
Oh
Then we
shit, man!
can-
You want to go now? We can go now if you want. It's
In
you
the
and me.
dark?
Maybe
Oh,
in the
can you
morning.
not see in the dark? You're. I forget. I'm sorry. You're human, aren't you? My apologies.
Yeah. Just a quick trip in the morning we can crush it in the morning, and then we can go to Nero or anywhere else. Whatever leads we come up with.
Maybe we should do, maybe in the morning what we could do is we could do a little bit of a split. We maybe
Well,
send
the
some people
tower
to
is
east. It's
3
close,
hours
you're right.
away. I think it's a 3 hour there and 3
By
hours
foot.
back by foot, which is all I got is these 2 stems.
The horses.
Hate that.
Would we be able to acquire horses for the group?
We do two people per horse. That is not many horses. What is that? 5, 6 horses? 9 horses?
3.
3
And
horses.
2 horses a person? Okay.
we already have 1, so
Just 3.
2 more horses?
Would be
I
fun.
think so.
Sorry, I feel like I was just in the other room making salmon. What is the...
We are talking about heading east in the morning to explore the tower, but then we think that we might need to check this tunnel out. I mean, I don't know if you've been to Nero on foot or not before, but usually as a human being, it takes a whole day there and back. And our beautiful, cute little friend, distinguished gentleman, has also done the same distance in the same amount of time. So there might be something unusual about this tunnel. We definitely want to check it out. But first,
Well,
east of the tower.
He could also just be a very fast rat.
But what if this tunnel doesn't go all the way to Nero? What if it comes up short?
True, it could.
Are there any military garrisons nearby that we might know about?
Is that a DM
Oh,
question?
Yeah.
Nero is heavily militarized, and then there's also Nero's military academy.
Hmm.
But there aren't really like towers. Or
They're all
roadblocks.
within the same zone.
Yeah. I guess closer to the wall of Nero, there are kind of like sporadic, like there's about 5 towers along the road.
Okay.
But those are very close to the city.
Okay.
But I guess that's really something more that like May and Rocky would know.
Yeah, I guess that's just, in fiction, it's just you guys kind of explaining that.
Yeah.
I've lived in Moralbach my whole life, so I kind of don't have that much experience outside of it.
I would love to see it.
It's beautiful. I'll have to take
It's not that great. We don't need to go see it. There's not.
Well, Fallon is there maybe, so and
Yeah,
it's
maybe,
the
but we
direction
got
that we're
leads.
going, so
We got leads here and in Nero. It makes
you
more
go to-
sense to follow that.
If we go to Moralbach, I could introduce you guys to my mentor.
that would be perfect.
That'd be
Who's
great.
your
Demetrius
mentor?
just very clearly looks very hesitant to go back to Moralbach. Like, no, how to like, clearly is like, no.
Rob is kind of eyeing you.
What are you looking at? Shouldn't you be doing something?
Right, sorry. Goes and gets a rag and starts cleaning up the already dried and not visible anymore spit that was on the ground.
Okay, so just to be clear, east in the morning to the tower. Investigate what's east of the tower, and then we come back and check out the tunnel.
Yes, I like this. Horse
Perfect.
ride first.
And then if we find nothing, then we go to Moralbach and see if we can't find Fallon.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Or, whatever comes up.
Okay. So you.
Uh,
sorry, go ahead.
I would like to turn my attention back to the distinguished gentleman.
Mhm. He is happily nibbling on the food that you've provided.
I say, hey man, here's the thing about this whole situation. I am obsessed with you. You are my life, the light of my world. I have more food to give you if you want to go on an adventure.
What is an adventure?
So I stand up and I kind of pull my jacket over and I show my pocket in my jacket. And I say, you'll stay in here most of the time. I'll bust you out every now and then and we can go for some stuff, but you'll come with us to go to all the weird places we're going to go to.
I like weird places. That looks cozy. I would like to accompany on this adventure.
Cool. So as your initial, we'll come up with a payment plan for everything. And I'll make sure, you're properly compensated and stuff like that. I'll make sure you get your cut. For now, I take some of the crumbs that I gave him and I put them into the pocket. And I say, that's going to be your first pay. And then we're going to head up to bed. So I put them in my jacket pocket.
Will I be safe?
Listen to me.
The worst sounding foreshadowing ever.
Distinguished gentlemen, I want you to know that if anything happened to you, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
He does the thing like an animal that's gonna jump off of a surface.
Quinn, I'm sorry. Are you making promises to a rat about killing us?
Oh.
I mean, you said it. We all heard it. We're right here talking about tomorrow.
We heard that, Quinn.
I think it would be amusing to watch him try.
He's just laughing. Is he like this, or?
I just start walking away.
Has distinguished gentleman hopped into your pocket?
Yes.
Has that been allowed to happen? Okay, yeah.
My pocket,
Just
yeah.
as a note for myself.
Okay.
Well, that's concerning.
Very confident. Well, you all are, I hope you enjoy your room, and tomorrow we will ride out, I guess. Well, dear, I do not have much experience on a horse, as you probably learned today, so would it be okay if I rode with you?
Yes, that would be fine by me.
Okay. And then she just walks off.
So when should we go look for horses tonight so we're ready to go first thing in the morning, or do we want to do that in the morning?
Yeah.
Who would we even buy horses from? Normally somewhere like an inn would have stables, but and I look over Rob. You don't have any horses, do you?
No, we don't got horses. You might.
You're
have.
right. We should have been asking Nikki.
Yeah. I mean, you might have some luck with some tourists out in the marketplace. I've been turning people away all day, so they're out there with all their shit.
Would they still be out there now? It's getting dark.
Yeah, last I looked, it looked like there was a little camp that was getting set up. And as you kind of like look towards the windows, you can see outside like there's a multitude of like campfires right on the edge of town, and you do hear like faint sounds of like music and laughter kind of wafting up from it.
That looks like it might be worthwhile to check out.
We probably don't need all of us to go buy horses, but
Oh, we
We should
just
probably-
need 2, right?
we just need to.
Just need to.
I don't know enough about horses about picking them out. Does any of us, besides Baldur, or maybe Baldur, you seem very familiar and comfortable with horses in general. Would you want to go find us 2 more?
Yes, I could do that. I would like to come with.
Ah, shit, Baldur, I'll go. I don't know shit about horses. Maybe you can teach me something.
I will also go and see if I can't make some money busking.
Boy squad, boy squad, boy squad.
Boys, go on.
Oh my god,
Did May
we're the
walk up
cast
to
of Friends.
her room,
What the fuck?
or
Yeah, May was just like, and then like walked up to her room.
What is Celine doing?
I would say Rocky's probably also going to her room too.
You going to bed? Yeah, you're going to bed?
Room.
Okay.
I'm not good at it.
Girls need beauty sleep.
I'll ruin it. I'll just
I'll ruin it.
Stop it.
Oh,
But before we head out,
Yeah.
I want to like as we're all kind of getting ready, and I'm assuming Celine didn't like sneak out or whatever. I'm gonna pull Iris aside and be like, "Hey, can you go be with Celine? I think she's having a little bit of a day. Just make sure she's all right, okay?
I can do that.
All right."
Hey,
Give her a little wink.
don't get into any trouble without me, Dad.
Oh shit! You are all the trouble I can handle. I can't take on anymore.
She nuzzles you.
I just kind of rub my hand along the top of the crest of her head and give her a little kiss on the top and say, "I'll be back. Don't get into trouble. Be a good influence."
I'm the best influence. Thank you. And she kind of heads up.
As Rocky and May head up to their respective rooms, before going into hers, May will just sort of stop at the door and... Rocky, I don't know what your experience was like with Nero, but I'm not really keen to return.
I'm not particularly excited to either. When you get handed off from person to person because they can't figure out what to do with you, it's not the best experience. It's educational, but I imagine there are quite a few people who will not be excited to see my return either.
Probably the same for me, but so if something comes up whenever we go find whatever this is, maybe we could steer the group away from it. I mean, there is Fallon to chase down. Seems like Demetrius doesn't want to return to Mralbach, but 2 versus 1, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's going to probably depend on that tunnel. If it ends up in Nero, there's not really a lot we can do about it.
Sure, right. We could just avoid going to the tunnel, but...
I, as much as I would like to avoid Nero, I do feel like the coincidence is too strong for there to be a tunnel, especially a tunnel that seemingly is short to get there. How? I'm not quite sure. Might be magic. I don't know. It just
Sure.
seems a little too suspicious.
Well, I appreciate your candor. And then she just walks in her room.
Sorry, no girl squad. Fuck you too. Bitches on their own.
Independence.
Independent women's only. All right, so I go ahead and go back to my room too.
Sure. There's one thing that I want to cut to, but first we will do Boy Squad. So y'all are
Boy
going
Squad.
to obtain horses, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all kind of. It's not hard to find. It is.
If I-
quite- Yeah.
I'm immediately going to separate and begin busking.
Not hard.
Split the split.
As you come up on the tent, there's lots of people kind of sitting at campfires and playing music. None of them professional. You stand. You open your case. Give me a performance check, please.
Okay.
Not bad.
Oh. Actually, not great. It's 14.
Yeah, you're a bard. Wait, 17?
14.
14. Okay. I had a moment of like, oh, not bad, but also you're a bard, so. That's
Plus
not
9 on that. So
If it's not perfect, it's terrible.
I've done better.
Still, it's better than a lot of like other folks. Over the course of this evening, you do make a gold and 2 silver in tips, basically. And there is like a small crowd of people that kind of loiters around you, some of them holding various drinks, most of them hot, some of them alcoholic. And they're all kind of standing around enjoying.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do out here.
Baldir and Demetrius, you were looking for someone to purchase horses from?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a few different people. There's one group that's kind of off to the side that looks to be a group of about 7 people. 7 people and 2 children, so 9 people total. They've got 6 horses between all of them, and 1 cart. There's another group with like 3 horses. Do you just walk up and start conversation?
Yes. Hello.
How's it going, folks?
Well, hey there. Come, take a seat.
Oh, it's mighty kind.
Yeah. It's kind of like an androgynous sort of person sitting on the ground with short hair.
We are hoping to buy 2 horses. But first, are you selling these horses? I guess is the first question to ask.
That depends entirely on the amount that's offered.
Fair enough. Well, I have some novice riders. Do you have any horses that have the experience of comfort, long travel without being temperamental or uncomfortable with a rider on the back for some time?
Well, Mitzi and Betsy here. They're pretty good.
Mitzi and Betsy. How long have you owned Mitzi and Betsy?
Oh man, well I actually just picked them up in Marlbach. I was passing through.
Do you
But
know if they have
they're
a
sweet.
history of abuse or neglect, having had them so shortly?
Can you repeat that?
Do you know if they have any history of abuse or neglect in the treatment if you've only had them for a short time?
Yeah, they came from a pretty upstanding place. It was one of them fancy stables.
Fancy stables don't mean that they are treated well. It just means the people make more money off of them.
Hey man, I trust gold.
I'm going off of trusting you then.
Yeah, you can have them for 200 each.
Do they have any conditions that need special treatment?
Not that I can tell. They've been pretty healthy mostly. You gotta feed and water them, but that's standard.
Of course, yes. Why are you selling these horses in particular?
Well, he asked for 2 that are pretty calm. None of them are really for sale, you see, but I'm just heading with my group here to Nero, and it's not that much farther, so we only really need like the 2 to pull our cart, so.
I see.
But the gold would give us a leg up when we get there.
Now, of course, I appreciate you sitting here talking to us, and it's mighty fine of you. But you have to forgive me. I'm from Rawbach, and I'm not most informed on animal husbandry. But 200 gold for second, really third-hand horses are a mighty steep price. Don't you think you can? I mean, hells, About half of that, I think, is well within reason. Even that's a bit high.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, we're so good at persuasion.
The most persuasive.
So persuasive.
Well, don't see you talking to anyone else here. Not a lot of us here have horses we can afford to lose. You're welcome to try some other folks and come back, but...
I don't know. What do you think, Baldir? You got 400 gold to spend on third-hand horses?
I don't personally. I was hoping it would be a collective effort, like a GoFundMe.
We're gonna need something because the coffer's a bit dry for that amount of gold to be dropped. So,
I'm at this point. I'm gonna walk up, kind of finishing up my set, and just man, so much money, so much cash tonight. these guys are giving it up. Cool.
Well, I forget it. Now, Quinn, I don't suppose you've got about 400 gold on your person right now, do you?
I've got 200 gold.
Well, now that's the price. Now, see, please, my friend,
my mom gave me that money.
What?
For the road. Is this for the horses?
Yeah, you lost me on that one, son.
My mom gave me money when I left Moralbach.
How long ago? How many years ago was that?
Maybe a couple months. Maybe a couple months ago, man. Wasn't that long ago. I'll throw 200 in.
All right, so we've got 200.
Is that for a horse?
That'd be for one horse.
Why don't we get a cart?
How much is?
Well, who's going to pull the fucking cart? We need the horses to pull the cart.
I have a heavy war horse that can do that.
I can't
Oh,
sell
well,
you
shit.
the cart, sorry.
I'm sorry?
I can't sell you the cart. Sorry.
That would be putting the cart for the horse.
I just understood that saying for the first time just now.
I just, as this guy and I are just silently dabbing at each other.
Yep.
Just dab off.
Well, I mean, if we can, I'm sure we can purchase. Is there like a farm we could purchase a cart from? Or
there's got to be a store or something around here that we can probably find something available, right? Like, I mean, hell, even if we just have to fucking rent it from someone off the street, like, we just need it.
If you can get them to talk to you, the people of that tavern have like a couple carts that I've seen lined up.
Oh, this man can talk to animals. He can talk to horses.
Huh?
Maybe you can talk to the horses.
Hey, man.
Can I have some of what you're on?
I bend down and pick up some grass and hand it to him.
Make a persuasion.
Like, because it's what I'm standing on. But anyway. Oh, I rolled the actual physical dice in my hand over here like an idiot. First dice roll here. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know what my persuasion
Please
is.
roll
Let's
high
check.
and make this duty.
No.
Yes.
No.
Please.
I did not roll high, and my persuasion is -1. So that did not work out very well.
They put it in their like jacket pocket.
Oh well.
Well, for 200, you can have Mitzi here.
What do you think, Baldir? Do we even need a horse? Can we just pull it along and you're old faithful?
You know, my horse, if we had a cart, we would be fine, honestly. I say we get a cart. It would last longer and would cost us less over time.
We don't have to feed a cart.
And also, I do not trust the third-hand nature of things, as you said.
All right.
It's fine.
Well, then let's not bother this fine person here any longer. I appreciate your time. It was very kind of you. We're gonna
happy
go.
to
I
do
think.
it.
I guess
Enjoy that grass. That's some good shit right there.
I'm just kidding.
Right. Oh, here. Y'all got cups?
Yeah, I got a cup.
Here.
Yeah.
Hold it out. Here. He takes a ladle for like a pot that's on the fire and he kind of pours it in. You get a cup of like hot spiced mead.
Oh, sick.
He's
Ooh.
offering that to all three of you.
Oh, we will happily take that.
For sure.
Come back soon. Shoot some shit. We'll be here.
Oh shit! You're offering this. You won't get rid of me.
Can I do an insight check on that
Yeah, sure,
situation?
What was
Maybe
your
I'm
name,
just-
stranger?
Ooh, and then that's like plus, I think, what, 2? We'll see. Insight is, 21.
21.
Nice.
This seems like a wholesome interaction. This doesn't set off any alarm bells. This just seems like a dude being generous.
All right. Baldir slaps the drink out of his. Okay.
Don't drink that!
No wholesome moments here.
He said, pick your poison. We're not drinking any poison.
Right. Thankfully, Baldir's gotten used to that saying in these 2 days I've spent with these people.
Yeah, they scoop you for either any of the three of you that want some. You get a cup of hot spiced mead.
We're gonna happily sip on that on the way to finding a cart.
Sure. It's about that time. So you all go back, sort of in search of a cart, as Celine, in her room, begins to dream.
Oh.
And we'll take a bio break before we come back to that.
Oh,
Mother, I crave violence. Yes.
What are y'all talking about?
Riot.
We're
Polite.
rioting.
Politely.
Politely rioting.
Dummy mommy walks away. You have to rebel a little bit.
That conjures a wheeze from the depths of my being.
The wheeze.
There's no fuckery allowed. You know this. Unbelievable.
Ain't
Is that
no
just a
fuckery
whole
about a
baguette?
riot fuckery. What?
Is that literally just a baguette?
Did you straight up just snack on a baguette? Like,
You let the man have his piece.
Where
I
was
love
that
it.
when I was, stealing bread from
What
the
is that?
bakery?
Is
I
that
can't tell if that's chocolate or
Is that
meat.
cheese? No, it's cheese.
Oh, it's
It
meat.
is-
It's meat.
Slices of the la meat.
I see May is a man of culture.
Yes.
Now all you need is cheese, unless you're lactose intolerant.
I don't do too much cheese, but I do clarified butter.
Oh.
Wait, what is clarified butter? It just explains itself.
Is that lactose free?
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Dummy mommy's making dad jokes and I'm confused.
You tried to play that off straight. Like, get out of here. Like,
Clarified.
If I have any sort of top energy, that's what it's going to be used for.
Dad
To make you
jokes.
sit through my awful sense of humor.
You can't say top energy like that just casually because
Top energy.
you just can't
Top
say
energy.
that.
Top energy can exist very casually in
What?
the world. Honestly,
I'm nothing
Just-
It can
Very
it can be
casual
it can
talk.
be totally casual,
Most
but-
people with casual top energy become librarians, but there's other places for it.
I described my general sense of style to my coworker the other day.
Are you
as
fucking kidding me?
queer librarian? So
Nice. I like
Look
it.
me in the face.
Also, my chat says clarified butter is made
Are
by
you
clerics,
serious? You thought
obviously.
I meant actual tea.
there you go.
Clarified.
Guys,
Clericut.
What?
Yeah, what?
guys, time to shame Chris. So I met up with my old English teacher yesterday, and she gave me some
Old
tea.
English.
She gave me some tea, like some gossip about high school, because I had
Sure.
questions to ask her. And it was a very Like it was like meeting up with an old friend. It was great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I texted Chris. I'm like, the meeting with my old English teacher went great, and I'm gonna bring some tea, and like I'm like gossip, and he just poked his head out just now and was like, "Hey, did you ever bring that tea that you said you were gonna bring?" And I'm just like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Oh no.
And he's like, "Oh, it just dawned on me what you meant by tea."
I like tea.
I mean,
To be fair,
an English teacher, that's a very English teacher thing.
The
to
very
do.
English teacher thing.
yeah.
I thought
Provide
there was
tea in all its forms.
I thought there was tea that you were excited about.
That's their thing, the English. Those slag wankers.
Cheeky buggers. Oh, there's something upsetting
Flapping.
about saying English slang
Cheeky.
with an American accent.
Aggressively American. Like,
Yes, you cheeky git.
Oh God.
Governor.
Governor.
Hello, Governor.
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 Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.
You sly
Top of the teachers.
Quid.
Wait. Oh.
I'll have a pint.
Would you like a cup of? Pretty
A cup of
in it.
In it. In it.
isn't it? Is
In
it
it.
not?
Is
Is not it?
In is it not in?
And our European audience gone.
Meat chestnut.
Gallium, I'm personally sorry. I know Gallium is from the UK. There's some other people here too that are.
Who's
To be fair,
top of
you
the
can do
morning?
the exact same thing with like American slang or anything like that. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
Oil
It's
apple,
so easy.
hot chicken.
I feel like we just committed a loath crime. Not as extreme as like hate, but it's we're getting close.
That's like
So many
totally
people
lit.
just left. Like from 32 to 27, it was just like beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Mr. Boris Johnson
Wow.
pulled the plug on the street.
They don't
This
like
just
it.
in. Tales of Terminus canceled.
Oh no. What?
What's the matter, British snowflakes? Triggered?
Can't handle my comedy.
What are you gonna do?
You just
Take
can't
your
handle the
guns?
truth.
Oof.
What do you say? We just jump back into it.
Oh, was something happening? Was something
There's a
happening?
dream.
Break?
Maybe.
A dream was about to start. You guys
Have
failed
you
at
ever
getting
seen
horses,
Shark
though?
Boy and Lava Girl? It was kind of like that.
I haven't seen it.
Close your eyes, shut your mouth.
Shut up, Adrian, you're old.
Dream, dream. Hit the hay, fast asleep, dream, dream, you little bleep, dream, 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 dream. I just pulled that out of my ass.
That was,
That's like what Celine is dreaming at first.
you should
Oh, shit.
be worried about what's coming out of your ass. But you should maybe get that checked out.
Best dreamscape ever. Something out of ass.
Something out of ass.
This looks like
What?
That's not my dream. I'm not gonna.
Oh.
there's like Dragonborn and Assborn.
Oh, it's
I don't know. They sound kind of shitty.
Dream.
Celine,
Have you guys seen the Celine dream?
as you drift off in your full-size bed, top bunk, bottom bunk, whichever.
Yeah, I'm not in the bunk bed, but I'm in the same room. Yeah.
Alright, you're on the full bed. You have a lot of space. You fall asleep. And as you sort of drift off, you kind of like blink your eyes open. All around you is the endless sea as you saw it the night you were lost. Still and quiet as death, freckled with the light of the stars overhead. You kind of see your hands in front of you, and your skin is practically like glowing with the intensity of this light that kind of is just all around you. And at your feet You see the reflections, actually, of several, like, constellations. There is Orion's Rake, which is a 3-pronged spear shape. There is Acrosa's Bolt, which has always loosely resembled a long-tailed fireball. There's Heli's Eye, an oval shape with 3 stars in the middle. And Llewellyn's Bow, shaped like a bow and arrow. There too, above you, is the moon. Only it's brighter. And it's bigger. And in fact, it's getting bigger. And this globe of light becomes clear, is just plummeting toward you. And until this light nearly gets so close it blots out everything else around you. You kind of brace yourself for like impact a little bit, but it swoops at the last moment and kind of comes to a stop in front of you. And you see, in fact, that this is not the moon, but in fact the form of a massive owl, perhaps 60 feet tall. It has 2 giant black eyes that just kind of blink once at you. Stars reflected there as well. And she kind of cocks her head and just inspects you. What do you do?
I put my hand out.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Animal handling, sorry.
Okay.
Or, you know what? Whichever.
Okay. That's a 9. That's a 9.
That's fine. It's not. She kind of leans in and kind of brings her face like level with yours almost, and leans forward until the palm of your hand is pressing her beak, and just blinks again at you.
I'll just say hello.
There's a slight like ruffling through the feathers. If an owl could grin, there's something in the eyes that you can't place that's just like something regarding you and liking what they see. And she kind of straightens. And she flaps her wings one time. Your hair like blasts back from your head. And the constellations at your feet begin to glow a little brighter, almost inviting, a little bit like they're taking shape. Let me, real quick. She kind of gets down again, almost playful. And then the feathers begin to rise, and she extends her wings out. I'd like you to roll initiative.
Oh my!
Oh shit!
Oh!
Dream fight, dream fight, dream fight.
Dream fight.
Do you die in the dream? Do you die in real life?
I don't know. Have we established if we're not already all in a dream anyways?
5 total.
Inception.
That's not 5, 7. 7 total.
Sure. Oh, hang on. I got excited for this and forgot to actually,
Celine's going to fight the fucking cosmic owl. Holy shit.
And become
we're
the
doing
god
this
of
just
everything.
Theater of the mind, if that's okay. I do not have, a map for it.
That's fine.
But she's going first. She swoops up and swoops in. She's gonna try to attack you with her claws as she drives by here. assume a natural 18 will
Yeah.
probably hit. Yeah. You will take. Her claws kind of rake across you. You take 9 points of damage. And she kind of like, she swoops through you and ends her turn behind you. It is now your turn. These constellations at your feet are still glowing.
Okay. I don't want to hurt the bird. I will cast sleep on the bird.
Okay. What is required from me for that?
You roll 5d.
What does she have to roll?
She doesn't roll anything. You roll. Oh, crumbs. What is it?
For sleep, you roll 5d8, and
It's
if,
5d8. Yeah,
The spell.
and if it's equal to or greater than the creature's health, they fall asleep.
they fall asleep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's just how that works.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's no save.
Yeah.
Which is why sleep is good.
Oh, yeah.
A 20.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. That's not the creature's total health pool.
Ooh.
So it just doesn't affect it.
Beans.
You still have your movement and a bonus action, and there are these constellations at your feet that are glowing ever brighter.
Do you want me to wrench with the?
What?
Do you see what they are?
Chris, could you reiterate those constellations one more time for me?
Sure.
course.
The constellations are Orion's Rake, Acrosa's Bolt, Heli's Eye, and Llewellyn's Bow.
Yes.
Do you have the description for Heli's Eye? I think I got all the others.
Yeah. Heli's Eye is an oval shape, and it has 3 stars in the middle in a triangle.
Okay.
I will try to go to Llewellyn's bow.
You plunge your hand, and you pull out a shimmering bow and quiver of arrows.
Okay, well now I have that for my next turn because I
do.
used my turn.
All right. She's gonna come in for another swoop.
Okay.
15 plus. That's a dirty 20.
Beans. All right.
All right. And she is gonna try to claw you a second time.
Okay. Ouch.
Oof.
That'll be 13 points.
Ouchie.
130. Don't take that much damage.
Oh boy, I'm not doing so hot.
God, it's lean.
Beans gang.
All right, it is now your go. She has once
Ow.
again kind of swooped through you and is back
Do
in
you
the
have
other
uncanny-
direction that she came from.
Murder this majestic beast.
Do you have uncanny dodge at this level?
I don't think so.
That's 6th level, I think.
But you can take dodge bonus actions.
Can take a dodge as bonus.
Oh,
Wait, really?
No, I don't think they can
No.
dodge.
Is that
It's
not a rogue
disengage,
thing?
hide,
That's a monk
disengage,
thing.
hide, or dash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
I will use the fancy bow, the shiny bow. I'll try and hit her with that.
All right, for the purpose of this,
Jesus Christ!
this is a +3 bow, and you may make the attack with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Not better.
That's much better.
It's +3, you said?
Yeah, so it's +3, so it goes to 12 plus your +5. So 17 total.
So 17 total.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead
Woo.
and roll for damage,
Fuck 'em up.
and you get
What-
+3 as well.
It's a longbow.
Yes, a +3 longbow.
A D8?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5, then plus your dex. So
6.
right here.
3.
8. So 5. 8. 8.
8.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. I should probably write this down, huh?
I don't think you get sneak attack. Yeah, no.
I can only assume there's not many places.
Well,
to
she
hide
attacks with advantage, so she gets sneak attack.
in this astral.
Ooh,
You attack with advantage. You have sneak attack.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
You get sneak attack.
what's
hell yeah.
what's sneak attack? Do I roll something else?
Yeah, it's 3d6.
Oh, it's 3d6. Okay.
Yeah, it's 3d6.
This
It's
might
your-
be
it's
over
your-
faster
It's
than
your
I
bread and clarified butter, baby.
thought.
So an extra 8 on top of that.
Nice.
16 total.
Not bad.
You get sneak attack when you get advantage when there's somebody within 5 feet, and that's it.
I'm not gonna hide because I can only imagine there's not many places to hide in astral plane.
Yeah, that's fair. That was an additional 8, correct?
Or infinite places to hide in the astral plane.
I like the way you think.
Mhm.
Yeah, both. So the arrow shoots straight and true into this owl and ripples through her body. And she's gonna, second verse, same as the first, she's gonna come back at you this time with her beak.
Wait, I'm not doing great.
Well, she didn't roll great.
Hooray!
That's a 13.
No.
You stuck to the
No.
side this time.
Hooray!
We've learned.
I'm onto your tricks, owl.
I get advantage again to hit with this bow.
Yeah, there's also the array of other things at your feet.
There's other weapons. Well, other things.
You can shoot again with the bow, or you can do something else.
I'll stick with the bow. It's what I know.
It's a pretty good bow.
Dream fights. This is so cool.
What's the bow again? +3?
Yep, and you roll with advantage.
So it'd be plus 8 total.
Okay, 14 + 8.
28.
22. So I roll a d8 now?
So yeah, that's 22 to hit. I'm assuming hits.
That'll just hit, yeah.
Really hit.
The d8.
D8
Okay. And then the 3d6s.
plus 3d6. Yeah. Other stuff too.
Oh,
Nice.
plus my dex.
Plus your dex plus
There you
3.
go.
So it's gonna be plus 6 total.
+6. All that +6.
Which is what?
4 + 12 + 6.
22 points.
Jesus Christ.
22 to the dome.
Beautiful.
The dome.
It's crap.
Okay. Just checking something real quick. Wonderful. Okay. She's not looking great. I can tell you that. They're almost cloud-like. There's just tendrils that are, weaving back together, but coming apart. She is gonna come back at you one more time.
Okay. Oh no.
All right.
Wait, dodge is a bonus action, right?
Not for rogue.
Sorry.
Or
Sorry, I misspoke when I said that.
oh, okay, never mind.
It's okay, because they'll roll minimum damage, right? Oh, no.
We 10 points.
I'm down.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
So, let's pull this up here. This owl shoots up straight into, well, up, down, who really knows, into the sky, and plummets down towards you. And you feel an impact around you, not really like something slamming into you, but there's just a general impact all around you. And there's this cracking sound. And all of a sudden, you begin to fall. wind out of nowhere begins to just whip around you. And you are still enveloped in like the silvery gold light of this entity as you're falling. And over the period of a few seconds, that light begins to diffuse. It almost resembles clouds. And sure enough, that howling sort of wind beats back those last just tendrils of moonlight, and you find yourself falling through a blue sky, tumbling head over feet. And before you, you can see off in the distance is a white city on the coast, stacked in the hills and valleys surrounding the sea. It is completely engulfed in smoke and fire. And to your left, as you kind of fix your vision, you see another city built into and from the clay to the west, already kind of always shrouded in darker clouds. And the buildings that you can make out from this distance are wrapped entirely in thorny branches, some of them cracking and crumbling as you watch. And still just tumbling, falling through the sky. You try to like orient yourself, get some stability, try to fall in one direction. And you find yourself facing the south. And in the distance, there is what can only be described as a miles-high tidal wave of black smoke bearing down on the land. And towards you, in fact. By now, the surface of the ocean is rapidly approaching. You brace yourself to hit it, and instead, you bolt upright, your sheets tangled at your feet. Awake in your room.
I trying not to jostle too much, Iris.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like try and just like get any type of like pen and paper I can find available and try to like, before the dream goes away, to like scribble down everything I saw and everything that happened. And would I be able to like identify the places that I saw that were on fire?
Make a history check.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Plus
Go on.
2. 13.
Yeah, those fit the descriptions of what you've heard of the cities of Nero, Nexus, and Fumar.
Okay. So Nero was in flames. Nexus was covered in thorns.
As was
No,
Fumar.
Nexus was shrouded in darkness.
Nexus was shrouded in darkness, and Fumar was covered in thorns.
Yes.
Okay.
And the cloud of smoke was coming from the south.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just kind of like sit with that for a bit and then just and then just like untangle the blankets and like snuggle Iris and
Yeah.
just be like,
At this
Okay.
point, she does kind of wake up a little bit, and she's like, "You good?" Or well, she can't talk to you, so she just lifts her head and kind of looks at you inquisitively.
I just look at her and I'm like, snuggles, please.
She wraps her body around you.
Oh, okay.
The best dog.
It's nice. Yeah, I'll just try to go back to sleep because
Sure.
no.
While this is happening, Demetrius, Quinn, and Baldir, you're looking for a cart, yes?
Yes.
By this time, it's now about like 8:30. As the person had sort of directed. Let me bring us out of the dream here.
Are we gonna be in like a street race for pink slips?
I was about to say, this is what happens when the two dads get lost in the mall looking for something. Like,
I like to imagine Quinn is just
For
holding our
cheap.
hands in between us.
I feel like it's more like Lost in Home Depot.
really?
Oh, I could do it like this. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Demetrius is like, I know more than you. To people.
the person had directed you to Minda's place. They had like 3 carts that are outside. They're kind of easy enough to find. They do have a stables, but they don't sell horses or anything out of them. They're just kind of there for storage. There are 2 like larger carts with room for, they're kind of set up to maybe have 2 horses hitched to them, and there's one that just has 1 hitch.
I think that's the one we need. We just got the 1 horse, unless we plan on buying or stealing another one.
I think the cart is the move, if I'm honest. For one thing, I don't think most of us are accomplished
Equestrians.
Yeah, equestrians. I think I did pretty good in that fight. But...
You were a natural, my friend.
Thank you. I'm actually kind of okay at a lot of stuff.
You dabble.
Yeah, some may say like a jack of all trades.
I thought you were Quinn.
I am Quinn. Yeah, it's a
middle name.
Yeah, my middle name's Jack.
What is your last name? Your surname?
Quinaro.
Wait, what was it?
Quinaro Daxis. There's a hyphen. I got a hyphen last name.
I don't know what the hyphen is.
It's like I have like 2 last names and they're like joined together.
How many parents?
My parents, they have different last names. They separated. They're not they
What? Why did they separate?
Oh, they got under each other's skin a lot. They fought a lot. And
That is the nature of love. Yes, getting into each other's skin and being as close to each other as possible.
no, it was a lot more fighting. It was a lot more arguing.
Oh, I love that style.
Oh dear, we're gonna have some sort of seminar or something.
Yeah. No. It was unhealthy. They were unhappy. They were very unhappy with each other. So they separated, and
that must have been very hard for you. I'm sorry. I understand.
I would argue that it was actually pretty great because they fought a lot when they were together, and then when they weren't, they didn't, and it was much better.
Well, at the very least, you know from that it was not your fault.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
I just wanted you to know that, just in case you ever place the blame as children innately do on themselves.
I know where I've met a lot of people, and I know a lot of people have like really kind of like rough backgrounds and stuff, and I know a lot of people come from dark places and stuff. That's not me. Nope. Peachy Keen over here. Everything is great.
You would tell me if it wasn't? Yes.
If something was up, yeah. If there was something that I had to talk about, I'd certainly talk about it. That's the best way to handle situations that come up, is to talk about them.
Of course, but as a young man in this society, it is usually an extrinsic pressure to keep it bottled in. But
and I take out a little bracelet with Hellhound Fang that I had been making for everyone, and I kind of just take his hand and kind of slide it on, kind of fast enough that he can't kind of just refuse the gift. And they say,
no, this is actually very cool.
This is a token of my appreciation, as well as perhaps an invitation to have deep talks about hard subjects whenever you need. I'm not good at much other than hurting people to protect people, but there are moments when I find myself of value when I can listen.
I guess likewise. If you've got something you got to talk about, I'm certainly someone you can speak with. No, this is sweet. Thank you.
I would very much like to learn how to talk to rats and horses.
Honestly, I think teaching you how to do that isn't outside the realm of possibility.
Like you said, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. I learned how to play the guitar so good, now I do magic.
I learn how to fight so hard I summon a younger version of myself to mess people up.
I think the jury is still out on which one is hotter, though.
Oh,
the gray works.
No, I was something else when I was younger. When I was your age,
yeah,
I was a traveling pugilist. Good gods, knocking heads in, and you would be surprised what that does to the hot blood of the women of the North.
Oh. I have found that it's a profession for me, but
you beat me arm wrestling. Come on, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, that was outside. Anything's possible.
Anything is
one in a million
possible.
things.
Yes. No.
I have found the opposite to be true of romantic endeavors, to be specific. People tend to enjoy, I think
you
get something more meaningful out of a tender hand. I went to school. You're not going to win on this.
I would say that I respect your yum, and I will not yuck it.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
I went to school. I have a degree.
I have a degree. I have a degree in voting. Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Demetrius, what do you think about all this? You've known this boy a long
trying
time.
To ignore us this whole time.
Oh no, I was just letting you all have your little conversation. What do I think about this? Shit. Think about what? Relationships in general, or about where we're going to find this fucking cart?
Oh, I forgot we were doing that.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye out. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Well, we found the cart. We just need to make friends with the tender hand.
Well, tender hand's good, but there's a time for a tender hand. There's a time for a strong hand. You need a hand that can hold a sword, but can also in time.
I like a strong tender hand.
A strong, soft hand. Yes.
Well, I gotta tell you, Thalia, she was strong. She did. God's almighty, she had the hands like Cal. She was working with dresses all the time. She did these fantastic get-ups and garments, and the amount of times that woman stuck me with her fucking needles, I swear to God, trying to hem a dress or trying to do something, get something just right. But anyway, I digress. She has a tender hand, but that tender hand knew where to fucking strike, I tell you that much. So maybe there's a balance you can have, a tender hand and a strong hand.
And a strong hand. All agreed, yes?
Yes.
Sure. Speaking of, Where are we going for the cart?
It's right there. The
I
single
think we're
horse
standing
cart.
in front of it.
Right.
We didn't want to stop talking. I think
It was right there in
it's
front
just
of
like
us.
2 feet in front of us. I think.
Hey, whose is this? Point of the cart.
There's like a
Does.
couple people like from the camp, like on the outer edges, that kind of like look at you, kind of go back to what they're doing.
Just steal it.
We can
Just take it.
I look at Demetrius and Baldir. I don't think this belongs to anybody.
I mean, it has to.
It is directly in the stables behind Minda's place.
I think this belongs to someone. I just don't think they're out here right now.
Sounds like then.
Someone wants to sell me something.
For free.
I mean, all right. So we just need to borrow it. We could
Just gotta borrow it.
we could always take it and bring it back because we just need it to get back to that fucking tower and back. And then we come back and
What?
go narrow, come back, we drop it off. But I think that's, or we could leave gold in the stable.
Yeah, I would say we should leave the gold in the letter.
I agree. I agree with that entirely. I think this is what we'll do. We will in the morning when we come. If we come out here and this cart is still here in the morning, then we will assume that we can. Everything's gold. Everything's cool. We'll leave a letter. We'll leave a note, and we'll leave some gold. And we'll say thank you for letting us borrow your cart. Your services will save Lachlan's Rest, and they will be remembered. If you have an issue, bring it up with Rob.
Brent, it should be Brent.
Brent, bring it up with Brent.
It was my only hesitation with that there plan is that what if we come back in the morning and it's fucking gone? What do we do then? Then we're out of cart and the horses.
No, then the gods gave us a sign that it wasn't for us.
I don't think that's the gods. I think that's just some son of a bitch
No,
going to work.
Definitely the gods. Definitely the gods.
No, I think if that happens, then we just go and we just try to find somebody else's cart.
In all fairness, the gods can be a son of a bitch going to work, though. That is kind of in the nature of things, I think.
I mean, I'm okay doing whatever we're wanting to do, but I'm just throwing that out there that this is. I feel like we're making this acquisition of a cart way more difficult than it needs to necessarily be.
Baldir,
Yes.
let me double check that this actually works. Break the wheel.
Break the wheel? Oh,
Break the wheel.
Is that like a metaphor? Like break the
No.
wheel? Or-
No, smash it.
All right, then.
And Baldir is going to just stick his pole arm and use it as a lever and just use the kind of a crowbar fulcrum of the pole arm and the spoke and just crack it as much as possible.
It's made
All
of
right.
adamantine. No, it's not. It's fine. That's what we do.
Adamantine wheels, we're definitely stealing this.
Yeah, it just.
Cool.
Oh no! What have I done? I am such a clumsy brute.
Well, now I'm just confused as to why'd we break this?
I, Brent, am a horrible person to be.
It's gone.
I'm gonna just looking at Demetrius. I'm gonna lift up my coat. I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna poke a hole into my coat, and then I'm gonna cast mending and fix the hole in my coat.
Ah, shit! I didn't know you could do. All right, that makes sense now. Okay,
It'll be here.
fair enough. All right, so we've got our cart, I guess.
I like your brain, Quinn. It is remarkably creative.
It's remarkably.
Did you
something.
go to school for stealing?
No, not for stealing. I
Lane has had a bad image.
mostly learned how to play music and
Fuck. Fuck.
Do he fuck? Fuck, he do.
it is a living, as they say.
Fuzzy duck.
All right, what would y'all say? We've got our cart. Let's get on back and let's get a good night's sleep so we can get this day up and coming.
Sure. Is there anything else?
Before bed I give Script just a little to distinguished gentlemen.
Before going to bed myself, I'm just gonna like gently open the door and check on Celine and Iris to make sure they're okay.
You see the Gorals cuddled up.
Okay, I gently close the door and go to my room and sleep.
Baldir and Quinn, you have your bunk beds that await you.
I just clamber up top bunk. And then just skivvies down to the floor.
I will reiterate. These bunk beds are made for children.
Great, even better.
Perfect.
And Baldir is going to like lift the bunk bed like a trunk lid so he can get underneath the top bunk and then lower it. So like when he's like, ah!
In order to get your head on the pillow, your feet stick out about to the calf, about to the back.
Like
of the knee.
my knees are bent on my feet are on the floor as I'm laying on my back. Yeah.
The blanket just kind of covers you, but doesn't like wrap around you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just going across my waist.
You got it. So if there's nothing else, the night passes.
I'd like to ready in action to fight the cosmic owl. No, I'm kidding.
Ready in action before
We all
sleep.
get owls.
Just going to sleep.
That sounds like a euphemism for something.
We all get owls.
Come and get some, you
However-
big-eyed son of a bitch.
As you fall asleep, Baldir.
I'd like to do one thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to take out the little necklace I have and kind of open it to the tiny little illustrated picture of my family and say,
I will return to you all.
and kiss it and close it. And Quinn might hear that.
And so you do. You drift off to sleep, dead tired from the seemingly endless day you've had and the near death you've experienced. You barely even feel yourself fall asleep, despite the discomfort of the bed. You just blink and suddenly find yourself lying on the ground in a wide, wide open field. In fact, let me just... The tall grass is golden and waving up around you. And as you pick up your head, you see a forest rimming the field's edge in the distance, washed in autumn colors. And carried on the warm wind, you hear the very familiar sound of laughter.
Baldir's going to kind of sit up and look at himself. Am I wearing my clothes of what I fell asleep in?
You are wearing what you fell asleep in.
So I'm naked. Perfect. No, I'm kidding. So these little, just kind of like fleece pajama bottoms. And I will wander like Russell Crowe in Gladiator with my palms moving over the tall golden grass as I listen to the beautiful laughter that sounds so familiar.
They come into view perfectly. How is it pronounced? Tia or tea?
Tea, like
Like a cup of
iced tea.
Tea, along with all of your children in the near distance, are playing Red Rover. There's Siggy, Elowen, Nanaya, and Bastion. They all have their hands linked. And Tea fakes a heavy run towards them, just clotheslining herself on them, on their hands falling to the ground. And Siggy, laughing, calls out, "You didn't even try!"
Are they much younger when they were kids playing, or are they adults, all adults as I remember last seeing them?
They are all adults.
I am going to just not tarnish this moment and try just to walk forward until someone sees me, because Baldir is just so in disbelief and so happy. He doesn't even have words.
Yeah.
My family. My sweet tea.
as you speak. It's almost like you're speaking underwater.
My father.
And as you walk, you don't get any closer.
What is this? Dee! My sweet goddess! Bastion, my boy. Siggy, Nanaya, Eloin, come here!
The words get an inch out of your mouth before fading. On the far edge of the field, a dark shadow appears and begins to advance, swallowing the trees, swallowing the field. It begins to bear down on your family.
Oh. No. Dee! Take the kids! Go!
And I'm going to try. Baldir's going to try to move to intercept the encroaching shadow you missed.
Yeah. You take off sprinting.
We won. We did it. We did it. We made it. We did. We beat our enemies. Come on, go.
The grass whips around you, painfully almost. Your eyes locked on your family, your muscles burning, running faster than you've ever run in your life. And oblivious to that shadow, Siggy calls out again, this time her voice picking up volume and rolling like thunder across the field. You didn't even try! You didn't even try!
Coming. I'm coming. Please, run.
Darkness overtakes them. Darkness overtakes you. You didn't even try!
Siggy.
Oh. What a shame.
Who is that? Show yourself.
You feel a hand in the darkness slide over your back to your chest, over your racing heart. Looking down, it's just shadow. It's just black. Like a tendril.
Get your hand off of me.
No.
You're not my wife. You're not my kids.
Oh. No one should suffer such a loss. My sweet child.
I don't understand what you are talking about. This isn't real. I know what is real. I may be old. I may have traveled across a universe, but I am not so frail that you can break me here.
I desire no such thing. Does it hurt?
What are you talking about, shadow person? Speak plainly. Show yourself. Do not be so cowardly.
You feel another, hand, fingertips almost, kind of wrapping around the inside of your wrist. What would you give to know exactly where your family is now? If you just let me in, I could show you. We could save all the families of the world. Together, no one would know pain like this.
I don't believe you. I have been offered such things before, and I know that no good can come of dark dealings.
It's not so dark. Just real.
I know where my family is. I'm just trying to get to them, where I belong. Can you do that?
I could help you.
How? Tell me.
If you would only do just a few things for me. If you would let me in, I could take you to them.
By letting you in, what harm would befall myself or others?
Nothing of consequence. Nothing of your real concern, anyway.
Why me then?
You see things others don't.
You're right. I do. This seems too good to be true.
The grip tightens. I see. By force, then. 2 tendrils shoot up your nose. And there is a pain. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, I'm rolling dice in my hands. I'm so used to that. All right. Anyway, sorry. All right, here we go. That was just for drama. Here we are. Let's see. Oh, not 20!
There
Know what's possible.
is a
Anything is possible.
Go ahead.
I know it is possible. I can do it on my own. I don't need you. I have friends who have shown me that I can do anything.
Ah! There's a shriek. You take 1 point of damage as you wake up with a jolt, knocking your head against the underside of Quinn's bed. You are drenched in sweat, and your nose is a fountain of blood.
Oh.
But you are yourself.
Hey, why did you punch the back of my bed?
Go ahead and wake up.
What did you do? Why did you do that?
Something tried to possess me, Quinn.
Is it like a ghost? A ghost came in here?
I had a strange dream of a dark, shadowy force that wanted to use my body to do things. Terrible things, I suspect. Otherwise, it would have not needed to do what it tried to do.
Are you okay? I'll crawl down.
Celine, this sound wakes you as well.
It was not just a dream, Quinn, you must believe me. If this thing gets in me, I fear for you. I fear for all of you who are with me.
Shh.
I'm gonna feel his forehead to see if he's got a fever or something.
He is cold and clammy. He is drenched in sweat. There is no fever.
Quinn, look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I know you don't know me well. I know I ramble and say strange things because I am a strange man from a strange place. But you must know.
But my name is Igor Montoya. He's still my father. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
You must know this about me. I would never understate danger. If you can play music so well you can create magic, you must believe that there are things that can try to get into someone through dreams, yes?
Yeah, I hear you.
It tried, and I don't know if it will try again.
Do you have like history with this thing?
I've never heard that voice before. In my past, I had dealt with enemies of dark shadows, and we beat them. With my family, I saw them in there. It tried to show me what I wanted most is leveraged against I don't know who actually, but it seemed so sinister.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'll do for you. I'm going to pull out my loot, and I'm going to go back into bed, and I'm going to begin playing like a really kind of soft, like just like a gentle sleeping music. And I'm going to use the DOS loot to cast Protection from Evil and Good, specifically on Baldir, so he can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Perfect.
So as I'm beginning to play it, I'm just saying I'm gonna play something tonight to help you get back to sleep, and then hopefully this will keep anything from trying to get to you.
Thank you, Quinn. I appreciate your help, and thank you for believing me.
It's not a problem.
As a note, as well, something that I forgot to mention, Celine, you went to bed still regarding this strange woman that you met with this intimate closeness. We trust her. I trust her. When you woke up, that was gone. You are no longer charmed.
Oh, thank God. I'm just like, to myself, I'm like, oh, thank God, that fucking bitch. And I just like, I'm just like, I go back.
What time is it?
By now, it is midnight. It's kind of like middle of the night.
Just a quiet knock on the door.
No.
I'll since I'm the one who's up now, I'll just go over and I'll like crack open the door. Hello, May.
Just like very sleepy, like wrapped in a blanket, just like, it is 12:01 and 36 seconds. Can you the place is empty, so it really carries.
I was okay. No
Sure,
problem.
okay. I know that you like to play your lute, but
May, no, I hear you. Baldir had a bit of a weird interaction. He had a weird dream. I was just trying to put him at ease. Do you mind if I keep playing until he goes back to sleep and then I'll stop?
I mean, I can't really say no to that, so.
May, you know magic. Do you know if there's an evil that can possess a person in their sleep?
Probably a lot of them. Can I just make an Arcana check offhand
Yes,
with my sleepy brain?
of course. Anyone who's in the room that would like to do this is free to join.
Sure. Yeah.
Good knowledge.
I mean, I'm still all by myself in my room asleep, so.
Ooh.
Quinn,
Ooh.
the hand can do this.
The hand can do this?
Brent spoke of a being that came to him in his sleep and showed him the life that he wanted and offered him everything he could want. May it kind of
This is-
just escapes you.
As long as you just let her in.
I as soon as like I'm Quinn literally has like a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment. Sitting there and
A
he's
string snaps. It doesn't.
what? Wait! And he gets really loud. Wait! Holy shit! I go over to Baldir.
Who's still bleeding from his nose.
Oh my god! I didn't even see. It's
Yeah, it's dark.
I have dark vision. I should have seen.
It's grayscale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just thought it was snot in grayscale, and then when May opened the door, the light came in, and it was just blood.
There is
Oh,
a little bit of light from the hallway. May you would see as well now that Baldir is not looking great, but
Oh.
I'm just gonna take like a little bit of a rag and kind of press it against his nose. I don't know what to do with this.
That is fine. I got this. It's fine.
It's the hand. It's the hand. It's the hand. The hand did this. The hand is what tried to possess you just now.
It was a. Yes, they were only shadowy hands trying to caress my muscles. But it sounds strange when I speak like this, but it showed me what I wanted most, and it tried to bribe me, and then it did not feel right. It sounded nothing good. It sounded very manipulative.
Yeah, I'm glad you turned it down. That's reassuring.
I'm not going to lie to you, Quinn. There is very little that ties me to this world, but it said that if I accepted it going and taking some sort of control over me, that I could help people, many families like mine, from suffering in this world. I believed it to be lying, but if it was telling an inkling of truth, Quinn, a part of me probably would have succumbed to such an offer.
Okay. I should. Okay, this is a big deal. I don't know if. I'll try to get back to sleep.
Should we just stay up at this point?
You all have not completed a long rest yet.
Yeah, no, I gotta finish.
You should all sleep, please.
No, I'm
But
happy.
perhaps tie me down.
No, that's fine. This song.
That is
It's actually very comfortable.
no.
Fun fact
Not for
smash.
us. Not for us. I'm gonna keep playing the. I'm gonna keep playing the song, and that'll keep whatever this thing is at bay. It won't be able to get to you.
All night?
I'm gonna lie to you. Yes, all night, the
all
entire
right.
night.
But okay.
Okay.
But I think it would be wise to still time me just in case, because if you know this is real, and if it succeeds, I will wake up and know. Who knows what would happen to you all?
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll handle this. May you can head back to sleep. I'll tie him down.
Okay. May just Fable and calls Fable in. Just has him perch on like a piece of furniture in here. Could you just watch Baldir and if he does anything crazy, like murders everyone in this room, just let me know, please. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. As soon as he's asleep, I'll stop. Maybe in the next 20 minutes or so.
All right. Yeah, Baldir passes out immediately.
I turn around to go tie it. Oh, okay.
I mean, after you tied me down, not. I thought as soon as
that's secured.
As soon as I'm secured to the child bunk bed.
It's kind of like your hand, like they're like here.
Yeah, just here.
Do they really have to be up there?
Is Baldir's glaive in here, or what does he use?
I use a glaive. I have a glaive, a battle axe, a shield, a couple hand axes.
Okay, so a lot of things. There's too many things. Okay. Never mind. I was just gonna take it, but that's too many things to carry.
Sound of a small armory being drugged down the hall.
Yeah.
By the wizard.
By the wizard.
Then she walks away.
Okay, night, May. And I shut the door. I will tie Baldir down. I'm gonna finish playing the song until he goes to sleep. And then I will go to sleep.
Sure.
Climb on top while he's tied down.
Yep. I'll climb right on top. Yeah.
After a night of topping and bottoming.
Just horrid. Just absolutely just the worst group of people I've ever had the displeasure of
The
knowing.
night passes without incident.
Yeah.
Without further disturbance.
May, can I, for the love of God, hit this long rest button?
You asking May?
I'm asking Grace.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
For the first time in, I think, 2 sessions.
yeah, I think since we started. No, because we got it
Yeah.
first session.
We had a short rest
Mhm.
in between the last 2 sessions because
Right.
it was still the same day.
Mhm.
Okay. The sun begins to rise. Those of you that wake early would hear the door downstairs open and close as someone walks in.
Yeah, I'd imagine Demetrius would be up. He's still kind of used to like sailor soldier time, being up at the butt crack of dawn. So he's the old man that wakes up at 5 a.m.
Rocky's also awake because it sounds like I'm the only one who also slept all the way through the night. And I like
May,
My
Demetrius,
hot-
and Rocky.
Yeah, I was gonna
morning
say,
beverages.
yeah, making my coffee early in the morning. Head
May's not long
downstairs.
behind.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Baldir waking up and just kind of going along his day, like just not even
Not
thinking
waiting to be
about it.
untied.
Not the good rope.
Yeah, just the illusion of safety for Quinn, kind of.
I think Quinn was going to be the last one up because I think he was up the latest.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, imagine Celine waking up and seeing Baldir tied to the bed.
It's just like, all right.
And Quinn asleep with his loot just out.
No, I just wake up and I'm like, no.
Special kind of party.
Yeah, those of you that are awake early and downstairs would see Nikki come in and lock the door behind her. And she
Oh.
goes about organizing. And it's Demetrius, Rocky, and May that are kind of up right now.
Yeah, like just kind of having the morning coffee, just kind of taking easy. See her come in.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Who?
What?
I'm happy to see you, but why are you here?
Yes, the question's mutual. You here? May.
May is like sitting at her usual spot, which is like probably 2 or 3 tables away.
Yeah.
She just always sits in the same place.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Maybe get the others. We need to. While we're here. While we're here.
So Rocky walks up behind Demetrius and grabs the mug of coffee and takes some coffee. Good morning, Nikki. Rob decided it was okay to just give us a bunch of keys. He's not in charge though. So we made sure, we paid him, but we paid him well, so you make sure that he gives it to you.
It is you all, so.
What are we talking about?
Apparently, Rob didn't clear renting rooms back out
No,
with the
it's-
actual owner.
It's okay. I had intended to keep the place, I guess, closed for a few days. Her eyes kind of like go to the bar, which Rob has left an absolute mess, and sees the papers. Shit.
Real quick, as she's like kind of coming in and looking over and distracted, like
Mhm.
I just kind of want to like clock her. Is there anything off about her? Like anything, like either appearance, like is anything look disheveled or whatever?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight.
You said clock her. I imagine you just take a swing. I was like, what is happening?
This is my pub now.
What is
I've
that?
got
That's
a gun.
healthy 10.
Oh God.
Not bad. The very obvious thing is that she looks utterly exhausted. Her eyes are puffy. Like, not unlike one that has been crying a lot. She kind of has the signature, like, dirt under the fingernails. But there's nothing else too unusual aside from her usually, like, jolly demeanor now being a little bit dampened.
Okay.
She's kind
Sorry,
of rolling her eyes at the bar, like, ugh.
We didn't really intend to be here, I think, but we got wrapped up.
No, it's okay. Oh. Yes, you all went out to, find some answers.
Still working on that. Can I also
Yeah.
roll insight?
Sure, go ahead.
We think that we have taken care of the hellhounds.
Not nothing.
You see kind of the same obvious signs as Demetrius.
Yep.
Well, that's good at least. Where were they coming from?
A tower you might know to the east, north, sort of along the road.
A tower.
Okay, well, you know, it is towards Braubach, but
Oh,
maybe you don't go that way. But
yeah, not really. I have some family there, but I haven't been out there in a long time.
sure. Well, you know, we think that we have dealt with that, so I think Demetrius and the others got some horses last night.
We both look at Demetrius.
Yeah, we got transportation.
Okay. So we are going to head out. You know, I know that the place will probably not be up and ready for a while, but it would be good for us if maybe we could stay when we come through town.
Of course. I mean, you all are, the weight's not off my heart yet, but knowing that someone's getting to the bottom of this, you'll always have a bed here. That's completely okay. And I am glad that Rob let you in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's been difficult. The place is going to be closed for the rest of the day.
Sure.
Tomorrow, I was planning to have the memorial service here. And then we will, you know.
Sure.
But, can I get to... Rob can't cook for shit. I can make you food if you want for the road. I want to put off that fucking mess. And she gestures to the bar with all the papers and shit over it.
Well, you don't have to cook anything for us. We're
You know,
all
actually,
right,
I
but
would take some eggs.
I guess some eggs.
Eggs it is. Sure.
As she disappears to the back, I'm gonna sneak behind the counter and start cleaning up the bar. I just needed her out of the way so I could do it for her.
Sure. There are very intricate and detailed logs that are very dense with lots and lots of notes. All of them sort of dated. It appears that this is kind of the meticulous thing. There's also plenty of like splashes and more surface level things that are easier to clean.
Can I like investigate the logs as I'm kind of sorting and organizing them into a stack?
Sure, yeah. One thing that you see very obviously is the deed of the tavern. You see there's like records of like who's staying, dated all the way back through many, many years. The oldest one that you see, how old was Minda? At least 30 years ago. Well, more like 25 years ago.
Okay.
It's all kind of just like basic businessy kind of stuff.
Okay. So, and like nothing standing out specifically, just basic business.
I guess make an investigation check.
I guess, and specifically, I would be looking for maybe particular names that stand out or might have like things related to hand or any of the various groups that we've been talking about, maybe even remotely. So I'm gonna, here's
Yeah.
my investigation roll.
I'm gonna pull up my notes real quick.
But, well, I guess you don't have to pull up any notes.
No, that's cool. I just wanted to know if I
Rolled a
anything.
4.
Nuts.
Nothing too interesting.
Oh, beans, gang.
I organize them by date
Sure.
with the
May is
newest on
gonna
top.
slide over to Demetrius. You kind of dodged it whenever I said horses, so
I'm kind of leaning at, well, we didn't exactly land on getting horses. We found a cart that could carry us, so that's the good news. The,
okay.
I guess you could call it bad news. Is well, we didn't exactly buy it or rent it. We broke it. And I know what you're thinking. I know that seems counterintuitive, but Quinn,
Well, I could
Sly
probably fix it.
well, son of a bitch. It's a small world. Quinn can do the same. So, like, I think the idea was to cripple the cart so that no one could take it, so that we come back this morning and get it, and either buy it, rent it, or otherwise.
Where was it?
It was.
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
It was. I don't know exactly where, but I tell you.
I think it was attached to the tavern. It's like right here.
Was it? I thought it was
Yeah,
a
it
little
was
bit away.
in. It was in the.
Oh, it was.
stable
I thought
area.
it was stable further away.
No,
Okay.
it's like right at the
Yeah.
tavern.
Regardless, yeah, I share where we go.
Okay, so maybe we could just talk to Nikki about it. Like,
She's the one that you think's got the I don't know, the answers to what we need. Yeah, maybe.
just sort of stick my head into the kitchen there real quick. I'm sorry. The carts in the stable outside, are those with the tavern or?
Oh no. People just kind of left them there. I think they paid Minza for stuff, but it was kind of more just like informal.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
we can
Just
Formal or
curious.
take
illegal.
one.
I don't know who they belong to, so I mean, if no one's claimed it.
Well, I believe that there is some sort of bylaw from Rawbach that is finders keepers. So
I've heard this law too. I'm pretty sure that flies. I won't tell on you.
much appreciated.
Well, then we should probably leave soon. I'll go get everyone.
Yes,
this-
get them up and get on the road.
At this point, Rocky is now using my cantrip control flames to light the bar on fire and then extinguish it over and over again to burn off all of the excess alcohol that's all over the place.
Nice.
So I'm just like flash off, like, you know, like a souffle.
Right.
May's just like,
Demetrius is all
Like,
just like
walks
"Ah,
upstairs."
Damn.
we'll go and wake everybody up.
Yeah, sure. Nikki comes out with eggs and is like,
The bar is
Shit.
clean.
"Did you do
Smoldering.
that?
Has a nice smoky aroma now.
Thank you."
Hickory smoked bar.
I don't know what you're talking about. These papers were sitting over here, and I thought that they might fall off the counter, so
They were kind of.
they're alphabetized. 2 decimals. There were comments about Baldur being tied to the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone kind of freaked out about that one.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
We're back.
Crane's back. Crane's back.
Sorry, friends.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Hey.
So, rewinding slightly, Nikki has made eyes at Celine a little bit, just a little smile, nothing big. Asked May again what her favorite tea was. May told her she went to go make it. Everyone's drinking Demetrius's same cup of coffee, so Demetrius is making more. And Quinn is explaining to everyone what happened with Baldur's dream.
Yeah, so I think Baldur was visited by the Hand. some kind of shadowy tendrils or something along those lines, something dark and evil, tried to possess Baldir last night. And when I was talking to Brent, after I had charmed him, he revealed that the hand came to him in a dream as well. So, yeah, that's why I kind of jumped to that conclusion. So the hand is aware of us, is the first conclusion I'm coming to.
Or him.
It's at least aware of Baldir, but
Baldir, did it give any reason as to why it came to you?
Maybe I am the weakest link.
I don't know if weakest link is the right word. I think it's
Doubtful.
for I think it's more you have the most desirable thing.
Yeah.
That
You-
could be.
You don't have desires?
We do, but it's possible yours is the strongest. Getting back to your family is probably a much stronger than it might be in this
Yes.
thing's mind.
And it maybe seems the most hopeless.
Yes, and I have the least attachment to this place that you all call
Correct.
your world.
I
So
wouldn't say I'm overly attached myself, but I'm not really attached to a lot of things. I'm attached to experiences.
So, just as a blanket rule, if we are visited by dream people, just maybe you refuse their offer.
What
It-
about owls?
I don't know how to react to that. We're talking
What
about
do you
shadow
mean?
people.
What kind of
I-
thing did an owl offer you? Was it a sucker?
Didn't offer me
Did
anything.
you dream about an owl?
Yeah, I dreamt about a big astral owl, and it
The
fought me.
astral owl.
And there were these constellations, a bunch of different constellations, and I fought it using what was it? The bow of
Llewellyn's bow.
Llewellyn's. I used Llewellyn's bow to fight it,
the Avatar?
and then I was falling, and which one was on? Nero was on fire, and Nexus was shrouded in darkness, more so than usual, and Fumar was covered in thorns.
Man, what the hell? You all have these crazy ass dreams. My dreams, like, I can't open my eyes. Like, that's my dreams. Like, what the hell?
These aren't dreams. These mean something. I can feel it in my bones. This is not good. They are like omens,
Didn't
but
want to
worse.
fight the owl. Like owls.
Was it aggressive?
It wanted to fight.
It was down to fight.
I had dreams of vanilla bread. It was delicious.
I didn't have any dreams last night.
Likewise.
Sort of just.
Count yourselves lucky, I think.
I mean, the astral owl sounds cool.
Listen, you guys say, as a rule, turn down the offer of the hand, but it was first very, very seductive. It had an intimate knowledge of what I wanted. It showed it to me as though it were real and held it back just out of
Seductive
my
how?
reach. Seductive in exactly the way that you would lower your guard just enough to hold a conversation. And at the end, when I said no, it said by force then, and it went into my nose and face. When I woke up, I was bleeding from my nose.
So, what's to say you didn't already get possessed non-consensually then?
Like I said, I've been possessed once before. I would know. I think. Goodness, maybe I am.
Quinn,
Maybe I should go.
didn't you say you tied him down before? Do you still have those ropes?
He did break them when he woke up.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, I get it.
I would just pick
Okay.
up some more rope on the way out. It's okay.
Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, I would like some. That'd be useful.
Nikki, is
no,
there a blacksmith in town?
Oh,
Is-
I don't think so.
hmm.
I had to think Nikki would know for sure. I had to think about that. No, sorry,
Okay.
there's not.
If we do head to Nero, we might want to stop and pick up something a little stronger than rope.
If Baldir is possessed, we probably wouldn't make it too narrow.
That's fair.
I got ways.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is vague enough to instill confidence.
I can charm him. I can do a few things to.
I can make him sleep good.
Could make him sleep good.
Sleep is maybe not the answer. To dream. People.
I
Does
can,
charm magic counteract possession magic? How does that work?
no, but I could also straight up end the possession.
All of a
I
sudden.
could just straight up end his life, but I'd really prefer not to. Like, I mean, he's kind of our friend here, so.
Yeah,
He is.
There's
This
a
is all
knocking
very
at the door.
productive, but
Yeah,
Grace, what time is it?
You're fine. There's a knocking at the door.
Oh.
And as you're all kind of having this conversation, Nikki kind of is wiping her hands, drops off the Merlbach fog on the table as she goes to get it, opens it. Sorry, we're closed. Oh, yes, are you Nikita Tamiel? Celine, this voice sounds very familiar to you. I think that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, what the flip?
I meant what in-game time is it?
I thought it was going to be like right in the middle of Dreamscape, and then we got to keep going. It's like, okay, cool, I'm lighting things on fire. But that's
A female?
Wait another week.
It sounds
familiar.
like the woman that you spoke to in Nella's house.
Oh!